Hello there, you magnificent people. This is Chris from TechSped, and I'm here with the new Motorola Moto G8 Plus, freshly launched literally just an hour ago in central London. I legged it back home to do this unboxing for you fine folk at home. Going to cost £239 when it hits the UK on October the 28th from the usual places like Amazon, John Lewis, etc, etc. But despite being a little bit cheaper than the standard Moto G Plus handsets of recent times, it still packs all that smart camera tech, including a Full HD Plus screen, stereo speaker support, Snapdragon 665 chipset, 4000 mAh battery, and a triple lens camera, I believe it is, with all of the usual smart AI tech packed in there. So let's get it unboxed, set up, and see what you can expect. And for more on the latest and greatest mobile tech, please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Going to be giving you a full camera review, in-depth review, and everything else you need to know about the Moto G8 Plus after this initial features tour. So there is the handset itself, with a whole bunch of the features and specs and everything that you can expect. It does actually come encased in a rubbery condom style case as well, just like most of the Motorola handsets do these days. Great little extra bonus there just to help protect your new purchase. Let's see what else you get in here as well. Bit of boring documentation, let's just get rid of that. 3-pin charging plug notch, and of course bit of Type-C USB charging cable. At least I'm hoping it's Type-C. Yeah, it is indeed. Good stuff. I would be appalled if it was micro USB. Well, probably not appalled, just slightly annoyed and disgruntled. Put those back the wrong way around, haven't I? And there you go, that's everything you get in the box. Hooray! So this right here is the G8 Plus. Hello, Mr. G8 Plus. It comes in a couple of different hues, Cosmic Blue, which is this model here, or Crystal Pink. This is the Cosmic Blue version. As you can see there, it's more cosmic than it is blue, definitely embracing that sort of dark purpley hue, but I really like it. It's got like gradient style design, as you can see there. Starts off sort of pretty much pitch black up here at the top, and then by the time you get to the bottom it's kind of still a really dark blue, but yeah, very cool. The official specs unfortunately don't say what it's actually constructed from, so I'm guessing there's no Gorilla Glass action or anything on board, but you never know. Sometimes Motorola just leaves that stuff out for fun, so hopefully it will be a bit of Gorilla Glass, at least sort of 3 or 4 or something. As you can see there, you get a rear mounted fingerprint sensor. Great to see one of those still in action, one of the few phones that actually still rocks it, with of course a bit of the Motorola logo action in there, slightly sunken into the surface as well, so it's nice and easy to find without groping around. And it looks like it's got about 5 friggin' camera lenses here. It's actually only got 3, the top 3 there, and then you've got a laser autofocus and a flash, but I'll get into all that later on in the video. Let's just see if we've got any gas in the tank. We do. Beautiful stuff. Doesn't look like there is. Oh no, there is. There's a headphone jack. Beautiful stuff as well up top. So that's good for all of your audio needs, although it does have a stereo speaker setup as mentioned before.
Hello, Moto.
Hello, you beautiful bastard, you. So I'm going to stick my SIM card in the Moto G8 Plus and get it tested out as my personal handset now. As you can see there, it does support dual SIM. Otherwise, you can stick in a SIM card and also a micro SD memory card up to 512 gigs, I believe they said, in order to expand that onboard storage. Just busy installing updates and the rest. It's also worth mentioning quickly while it's doing that you get some basic water repellent water resistance on here. So don't go dunking it in your beer or your tea or anything like that. It will not enjoy that very much. It's basically lightly splash resistance, so it's fine for using in a light rainstorm or whatever. 188 grams as well. It's definitely got a decent heft to it, that's for sure. And like quite a lot of recent handsets, you do of course get full face unlock to complement that rear mounted fingerprint sensor. Let's just get that all set up. I'll just confirm with my fingerprint that it's me, and then look into that lens. Face needs more light. If anything, this face does not need more light. It needs to be just kept in the dark. So as you can see there, you can lift the phone, it'll immediately scan for your face and unlock it, skipping that pesky lock screen and everything. Great stuff. And there we have it all set up. So first of all, since I've actually set up the fingerprint sensor and the face recognition, let's just give those a little test out. So pick up the handset, just use that fingerprint sensor, and boom, straight into your desktop. Nice and easy. And yes, it doesn't seem to be the fastest fingerprint sensor around, but certainly nice and responsive, and haven't had a single fail off it yet. So yeah, touch wood, that'll do the job. And then a bit of the old face unlock as well. So as you can see there, you've got obviously notifications popping through and stuff whenever you get that. It doesn't have an always on display, unfortunately, because of course it's not an OLED panel, it is an IPS. But you can raise to wake, so raise and up, and done the face recognition, as you can see, with a little padlock icon there. So now a quick swipe will get you into your desktop. So unfortunately it doesn't immediately unlock, but what you can do is just tap the power button, it'll do the face recognition, and boom, straight into your desktop. So nice and nippy so far by the looks of it, the face rec. Let's see how accurate and responsive it really is. Now the Motorola Moto G8 Plus uses a bit of Android Pie. Unfortunately it's not the latest Android 10 just yet, so that's kind of annoying. But you've still got lots of great features in there, including, of course, a nice bit of a swipe fingerprint for notifications, so a kind of a one-handed mode type effort, because you've got all the digital well-being and all that shenanigans, which was introduced in Android 9, and you've got the Moto app as well, which adds the Moto experiences. And I do really like this app. As you can see there, you've got all kinds of extra gesture supports. You've got 3-finger screenshots, 1-button navigation, flip for do not disturb, the likes of that, lift to unlock, and you do have a dedicated one-handed mode as well, swipe to shrink the screen. And if we dive on into the display, there's a couple of features in there. As you can see, peak display, so interact with notifications when the screen is off. We've already seen that in action. And attentive display just keeps the display on, stops it from hibernating when that selfie camera detects that you have got eyes on. Hopefully we'll get a nice bit of Android 10 action here on the Moto G8 Plus soon, although Motorola didn't give any indication of when that would arrive. Fingers crossed before Christmas. Now the display here on the Moto G8 Plus is a 6.3-inch IPS panel. It's got a full HD resolution. Let's just make sure we're definitely we're not playing in full HD. Let's get all of that glorious high def res on the go. There we go. As you can see, it's a 19:9 aspect ratio, so perfect for watching a bit of Netflix, a bit of movie action, something like that. Do have a little nipple notch, unfortunately, intruding on the action when you do go full screen, but it's quite dinky. It's not really gonna bug you too much if you kind of stick your thumb there anyway. You don't even notice it. And we do have a stereo speaker setup on here as well, so let's give that a go.
I'm gonna stand and fight!
Why not just let me have her?
Because we're not machines, you metal mother.
Love it. You metal mother lover. So yeah, you know what, for 240 quid it's a perfectly good stereo speaker setup, plenty of punches you can hear there, and top volume, decent clarity still, so if you just want to watch some videos on the go without plugging in your headphones, you've got that headphone jack, of course, bit of Bluetooth 5 support and everything as well. Now on the performance front, the Moto G8 Plus is powered by the newest Snapdragon 665 chipset backed by 4 gigs of RAM. So just running a quick CPU benchmark test here on Geekbench 5, as you can see there, 311, single core, 1249 multi-core, so it's not going to make any massive waves, but it's a small improvement over the Moto G7 Plus, which of course packed a 636. The major improvement is actually the GPU front, so hopefully should prove even better for gaming on the go, but a PUBG Mobile and the like should hopefully play on those high detail settings with a decent frame rate. But again, stay tuned for my in-depth Moto G8 Plus review to see what you need to know on that. Now on the battery front, no worries from the Moto G8 Plus either. You get a 4000 milliamp cell stuffed inside this thing, so it should prove an awful lot better than the Pixel 4, shall we say. And of course, you've got the usual battery saver modes and everything. It's got a bit of turbo power recharge as well, up to 18 watts using the bundle charger, otherwise 15 watts standard. And on the storage front, I believe it's 64 gigs. But yep, 64 gigs in there. And of course, you've got that micro SD memory card support to boost it up to 512 gigs more, so plenty of space for your photos, your media, your apps, your porn, everything else. And now it's that moment everyone's been waiting for. It's time to flip the Moto G8 Plus over and check out that camera tech. It's one of the biggest updates compared with the Moto G7 Plus, kind of given away by the little bit of text there. It's got a 48 megapixel primary lens. It actually uses quad pixel tech, so it can bin a load of pixels and just give you a nice bright 12 megapixel image. Otherwise, I believe there might be a way of shooting at full 48 meg as well. We'll check that when we go into the camera app. And that's backed by an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, 117 degrees, and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. And then down here, you've got laser autofocus boosting the PDAF, which is also built in there, and a bit of obviously LED flash action. So quite a lot going on there. Now, if you go into the G8 Plus's camera app, it's very, very familiar to anyone who's used a Motorola handset in recent times. You've got your handful of toggles up here, up at the top. You can dive into manual mode at any point with a quick tap of this one. It gives you full control over the ISO level, the white balance. You can actually shoot in RAW as well as JPEG using that. Otherwise, just stick to the good old auto if you want just pretty solid results all around usually. Fingers crossed the G8 Plus's camera will be awesome. I'll be doing a full in-depth review, so stay tuned for that. And of course, you've got your usual plethora of bonus modes, including good old spot color. You've got the night vision for when things are low. That takes lots of different exposure shots and melds them together like every other night mode out there. Portrait snaps, of course, as well, to make the use of the multi-lens setup and just give you a sexy bit of bokeh blur action. You can actually set the level of that blur, and you can also change that after the fact as well, once you've taken the photo, which is quite nifty. And a tap here, oh, I've completely mucked that one up. Quick tap here, and you can dive into various portrait effects as well. Noir, stage, bit of sunshine, brighten up your life, lovely stuff. And I like that Motorola has actually stuck a settings icon up here on the main camera screen now, now as well, so you don't have to go into the bonus features effort to actually find that now. So you can shoot video at up to 4K Ultra HD, which is great stuff. So let's bump that right up there now. You've got usual slow motion effects and everything as well. And of course you've got your AI jobbies as well on top of that. Shot optimization, smart composition, a bit of gesture selfie and everything as well. So all of the usual AI effects that you got on the previous G7 Plus are back in action, and hopefully even smarter than before. And that ultra wide angle lens actually comes into play when you jump into the video mode. As you can see there, just like on the Motorola One Action, I believe it was, you've got the Action Cam mode, and this just allows you to shoot horizontal video in vertical modes while you're holding the phone like you would normally hold a phone. It's much more comfortable, easier to use one-handed, and you can get a good bit of image stabilization on the go as well if you're moving about and shooting at the same time, which is great stuff. Glad to see that coming to the Plus range. It's definitely a good little video feature. And then if we swap around to that front-facing camera, it's a 25 megapixel effort. As you can see there, you can fit in a decent number of heads / background action, and it once again uses that quad pixel tech, so I believe it shoots up to 6 megapixel photos. Again, using that pixel binning tech, but once again you should be able to dive into the settings, and yeah, there's your photo size, so you can shoot actually all the way up to 25 meg if you want. And frankly, I'd rather keep that as low as possible so it doesn't capture all of my gorgeous wrinkles and bags and sags, and just this is just killing me, this friggin' job, man. And there you have it. That is the Motorola Moto G8 Plus in a nutshell. As I say, coming to the UK on October the 28th, so not long to wait at all, from 239 quid. For 239 pounds, you know what, that is a promising prospect, definitely. I'll be fully testing out the camera and the rest of the handset. I'll have my SIM slapped in there for a good few days, just to see if it is as good as it certainly seems after initial unboxing and tour. But of course, that's just what I think. Definitely be great to hear your thoughts down below. Let us know if you're tempted by the Moto G7, the Moto G8 Plus. God, there's so many of these bloody things, I can't even keep track anymore. And for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers!